Hi friends, welcome to Madhura's Kitchen Diaries. Today we'll be seeing how to prepare Goda Masala. God means sweet in Marathi. This masala is sweet in aroma but not in taste. Let's take a look at the ingredients. We have to take the same vati or katori for measurement to get our measurements right. So we have taken 4 katoris or 170 gram of dhane, 1 vati or katori of grated dry coconut, half vati of white til or sesame seeds, 1/4 vati of jeera, 3 teaspoons of shaha jeera, 20 to 25 lavang or cloves, half teaspoon methi seeds, 4 to 5 bedgi red chilies, 4 to 5 finger length pieces of dalchini or cinnamon, 10 gram of hing khada or asafoetida, 5 to 6 bay leaves or tamalpatra, 2 to 3 small pieces of dagad phool, 1 teaspoon of rai, 10 gram of khaskhas, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, and 1/4 vati of salt. We will be dry roasting the 4 ingredients which are shown. In this recipe, each ingredient has to be roasted separately on low heat as each spice gets roasted well at different temperatures. Roasting them together can end up burning them. Let us start by roasting dry coconut. I have chosen a small sized but heavy iron kadai for the same. Roasting the coconut well is very important in this recipe as the masala can get spoiled. We can see that the color starts changing. Roasting the coconut helps in extending the shelf life of the masala and also gives it a good aroma and flavor. Let us start roasting the til on a low flame. We know that they are roasted well when they start to crackle and the color changes. After roasting, we'll turn off the gas and transfer it to another plate. Let us start roasting jeera. Jeera becomes very fragrant on roasting. After it is done, let us turn off the gas. Let us start roasting the dhane or coriander seeds. If you feel the quantity is more, you can even roast them in 2 batches. We need to keep stirring so that they don't get burned. After roasting, we can see that the color changes. Let us turn off the gas and transfer them to another plate. While our dry roasted spices cool down, let us move to the next step. Let us start crushing the hing khada into small pieces in a mortar pestle or a khalbatta as we call it in Marathi. I prefer using hing khada since it gives a very nice flavor as compared to asafoetida powder. Next, we will start breaking or tearing the tamalpatra or bay leaves into smaller pieces since it is easier to roast them this way. We will roast the rest of the ingredients in oil. Let us begin with the bay leaves. We will add the tamalpatra pieces in a kadai containing oil and start roasting them. After the color changes a little, we will take some pieces in a spoon and try breaking them. They become very crisp and break easily after roasting. Let us take them out of the kadai. Next, go in the hing pieces. Generally, asafoetida or hing tends to swell after roasting and the color becomes lighter. Once that is done, we will take it out of the kadai. Next, go in the cloves. We have to be careful while roasting the cloves since they tend to splutter once heated. So we have to maintain a safe distance from the gas. They also change color and swell a little after roasting. Let us remove them from the kadai. Let us add cinnamon or dalchini to the kadai. After roasting it for around a minute, we will take it out of the kadai. Let us add dagad phool to the kadai now. Dagad phool tends to roast very quickly, so after a few seconds, we will separate it from the kadai. Next, go in the mustard seeds. We'll add around a teaspoon of rye and allow it to splutter. Let us gently roast it and then take it out of the kadai. We will add the methi seeds next. We'll roast them only for a little while since the methi seeds tend to turn bitter due to over roasting. We will separate them from the kadai now. We will switch off the gas if the kadai is heated sufficiently and then add shahajira to the oil. Shahajira tends to get burnt really quickly. Let us start roasting it. If you feel that the oil is less, you can add a little bit of oil to the kadai and continue roasting. After it is roasted, we'll take it out of the kadai. Next goes in the khaskhas or poppy seeds. We'll roast them for around 15 to 20 seconds. Add little oil if required. After it is done, let us transfer it onto another plate. We are done with the roasting. Let us allow the spices to cool down completely before we start grinding them. Let us start adding the spices to the mixer bowl. We'll grind the oil roasted spices together. We should not add water while grinding the spices. Let us add around half to 1 teaspoon of the measured salt that we have taken so that we can grind the spices well. Let us cover it with a lid. After grinding, we can see that it has formed a very fine powder. In another mixer bowl, we will add the roasted dry coconut, roasted jeera and roasted til. We have to grind it in a pulse motion rather than in a continuous on format. This is because the coconut tends to release oil while grinding. After grinding, it looks like this. Let us transfer the ground mixture to a plate. We will add the roasted dhane to the mixer bowl and grind it well to form a fine powder. After grinding, it looks like this. Let us add the dhane powder also to a plate. We will also add the ground spices powder from another mixer bowl to the plate. Let us add around a teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder. We'll add the remaining salt. Let us start mixing the ground spices together. I prefer mixing it with hand since it gets really mixed uniformly well. Please ensure that your palms are absolutely dry before you start mixing the masala. After mixing, we will re-grind it in the mixer bowl. You can do it in batches. This ensures that all the ingredients are mixed uniformly. Goda masala can be used in a variety of vegetables or curries, especially in the Maharashtrian cuisine. It really comes handy in all these preparations and tastes very nice. Our Goda masala is ready and you can store it in a glass container or a glass bowl. It stays well for a really long time. If you want, you can even store it in the fridge in an airtight glass container. We hope you liked this recipe of ours. If you did, please press the like button, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.